Welcome to my channel, 100 Pounds of Gratitude. I'm Rachel and I'm gaining gratitude, losing weight, and building a life that I love. Happy Monday, everyone. Today is my week 47 weigh-in update. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Before I get into my weigh-in, I want to preface this video by saying I am a little disappointed with my weigh-in and just kind of what's been going on the last 2 weeks. I think it would have been really easy for me to just skip this week 47 update because I don't feel encouraged by what's happening with my scale. I don't feel encouraged by the way my clothes are fitting. I can clearly see that I am gaining weight. And in fact, I know I am gaining weight because I did my weigh-in. It makes me feel like I'm failing or I'm doing something wrong. But I also know that when we share our experiences, we can encourage others who are going through something similar. And that's why I'm going to share that I've hit this obstacle and I'm having this gain. Even though I am exercising every single day, I'm not having any moments where I'm just binging on food or anything like that. So it's kind of a surprise that I'm having such a significant gain over the span of 2 weeks. But I want to share that with you because we have to encourage one another to keep going and to keep pressing on. So if you are on your health journey, your weight loss journey, and you can identify with what I'm saying and with this type of gain, leave me a comment. Let me know, how have you pressed on? How have you been encouraged through it? I really appreciate your comments and your suggestions. So leave me a comment. Before we get to the weigh-in section, I want to just say I am having that negative self-talk right now. I'm feeling a little bit like a failure because I've set these goals for myself and clearly I'm headed in the wrong direction. And so one of the things that I'm really working on last week and this week is to capture those thoughts and to change the narrative of my story to either neutralize those negative thoughts or tilt them towards a positive. And also I've reached out to a couple of close friends and have said, I feel like quitting. Why am I doing all of this? I'm working so hard and I'm not getting the results that I'm wanting. And it's been great to have them come back and say, don't give up. You've come so far. Press on. You can do this. And I think that's the great thing about community. We need one another. So in those moments when we can't tell ourselves the truth, we have people in our lives who can tell us the truth so we can keep going and walking in truth. So if y'all have been following my health journey, you know several weeks ago I had been stuck in a plateau between 210 and 215 for several months. And I said, okay, I'm tired of just reporting the same weight. And when something changes, I will give you an update. And I was really hoping when I said that my update would be a joyful update, that I had gotten to the 205, 210 range, and that was where I was stuck for a while. However, that is not the case. I weighed in this morning and I've been weighing in really right around 220. And today I weighed in at my highest, which was just under 223. So I'm feeling discouraged. In the end of August, I was still weighing in between 210 and 215. But since September, I have just been right around 220. And I would love to blame it on something and say, oh yeah, it's all those nights that I stayed up late eating bags of chips or donuts or something like that. But I haven't been doing that. And I've been exercising regularly. So this next week, I have decided I need to simplify things and I need to prioritize my goals. I think if I do those two things and I track a more simplified set of goals, I can get down to the bottom of the actions that are creating this weight gain instead of a weight loss. And I can really tell that I am indeed gaining weight because it's not just the scale that is going up, but my clothes are fitting tighter and I'm having foot pain and knee pain again. So I know I need to make some modifications, but I'm just not exactly sure what needs to be modified. So I'm going back to what I did at the very beginning of my weight loss journey, and that was focusing on 3 main areas. Making sure I was walking, making sure I was drinking plenty of water, and practicing intermittent fasting. So that's what I'm going to go back to this next week. That is what I'm going to be tracking. For intermittent fasting, I'm going to do about 12 to 14 hours every single night and work up towards hitting a 24-hour fast again. That really worked well for me and for my health goals. And then I am going to focus on drinking between 100 and 116 ounces of water daily. And lastly, I'm walking 45 minutes to an hour every day. And that usually gets me between 10 and 15,000 steps. With my walking, I am measuring time more than I'm measuring intensity at this point in my health journey. I think by making that simplification, I can track those things and really see, am I working in these areas as hard as I'm perceiving me to be working? I think sometimes like our perceived effort versus our actual effort don't always align. Right now, I feel like I am putting a lot of time and energy and focus on my health journey and working out a lot and trying to make healthy choices with my food, but something is amiss. And so by going back and simplifying my goals, focusing on these 3 areas and tracking these 3 areas specifically, I think that I'm going to get down to the bottom of what's creating this gain in my weight, because this is a large fluctuation. 9 pounds in 2 weeks, in my opinion, is a huge springboard when there's no major modification happening with my diet or my exercise. I love the September and October goals that I created for myself, so I still want to be working toward those things, but I think by really hyper-focusing on these 3 simplified goals, I will see greater positive outcomes for my health journey. So that's what I want to work on. And then lastly, I just want to get back to really, really practicing gratitude on my morning walks, making sure that I'm not talking on the phone or filling my mind consuming information from other sources, but just kind of quieting my mind and focusing on all the blessings in my life. I am not a naturally grateful person. This is definitely a discipline that I have to practice very intentionally. Otherwise, I can get really bogged down in the stressors of life. So as I head into week 48, I am simplifying my goals, walking, water, intermittent fasting, practicing gratitude, and capturing my own thoughts and making sure that they are positive, life-giving thoughts that are serving me well. So if you're finding yourself in a similar situation as I am, where your weight is trending upward, don't give up. We have lots of options. We don't have to turn back around and say, I'm just going to gain all my weight back. We don't have to stay where we are. We can press forward, find the encouragement that we need, simplify our process, give ourselves rest or moments to recharge if that's what we need, but we don't have to give up. We can keep pressing toward our health goals. Thanks for being a part of my journey and sticking with me through all the ups and downs. This has definitely not been a linear path, but I appreciate y'all sticking with me through it all. Thanks for all of your tips and tricks and all of that. I really appreciate it. I'm sending y'all all the love and positive vibes. I hope you have a very life-giving week and fill it with things that help you build the life you love. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.